Thank you, Lou. And now I'm honored to introduce Representative Congresswoman Carolyn Malony, who has been exceptionally helpful following Hurricane Sandy.
Thank you. I'm really thrilled to be here and to at the opening of this important center named after Ronald Perlman. And thanks to your generosity, Mr. Perlman, and the other donors and the trustees and everyone who supports this important facility. This facility is bigger and better. We'll be serving people, more people. I understand there are already lines to come here, and we thank you very much. And I also want to thank our governor. I've been in government a long time, actually my whole life. He's the first governor in my whole life who has gotten the budget done on time. Seriously, truly. And he's also a visionary. For one example, when other governors were turning money back to the federal treasury saying they did not want high-speed rail, a group of us wanted it. We approached our governor, he went to work on it, and we got billions. So he is also a visionary and a hard worker, and we thank you. Now our mayor has been in office 9 weeks, but he's already achieved 2 of his major goals. Preschool, kindergarten for 4-year-olds, and paid sick leave. That's an amazing record. Thank you. Congratulations. And to all of my colleagues in government, it's a wonderful pleasure to work with you. When you talk about New York, and the governor said it's the biggest and best city in the world and the greatest state in the world, but what it really comes down to is people. It's people who make our city. It's leadership in our city. It's the doctors, the nurses, the people that carried out the 300 young children that night that became a historic story, not just in New York, around the world. It was covered around the world, the historic work here in this hospital and the historic work that you did to rebuild the hospital. That was just as amazing. I can remember how far we've gone since Superstorm Sandy hit this great hospital. 2 days later, I was woken up by Ken Langone. Come and tour the hospital. He then tells me he was a patient in the hospital when the storm hit. But 2 days later, he was taking elected representatives on tours of the hospital. We were sloshing through water, the stench, the mold, the sounds, the destruction of all the equipment. It was really devastating, but we rebuilt. And we worked hard in Congress, too, to secure $60 billion dedicated to rebuilding New York City. This hospital has received some of that money, not enough. We will continue to receive more money. But other localities were able to get their funding very quickly. But New York, it was dragging on for weeks and weeks and weeks. So we had to really lobby and work hard to get the support of Congress to pass it. When I talked to my Republican colleagues across the aisle, 3 of them said to me, well, you know, I just got a phone call from Ken Langone. So he truly is hands-on leadership here, but also was hands-on leadership in getting that package, significant package, through the legislature. So thank you and your wonderful team here. On my way over, I stopped by the Ronald O. Perlman Emergency Center. It is absolutely amazing. High-tech, beautiful, welcoming to children. It almost makes you feel like you want to have an emergency. But it is an extraordinary opportunity to serve this institution and to serve the people in this room and everyone in my district and our city. And it's a great privilege to be here to celebrate this opening for one of the greatest hospitals in the world and the greatest city in the world. Thank you for inviting me.